All right, well, before we get back to my lunchtime problem, let's look back at our anchor chart over telling time. So real quick, you can pause the video, make sure we go over our anchor chart. We're going over it every day so we know how to tell the difference between an analog clock and a digital clock, what my hands are for, and some time terminology that we use, like half past, quarter to. So pause the video real quick to refresh your brain after that long weekend before we jump into my lunchtime problem, all right? All right, so you paused the video and we're back at it. So let's go to my lunchtime problem. Let's revisit it. All right, so remember, we got to figure out what time I pick you guys back up from lunch. So remember, it says Miss Marshall's class goes to lunch at 11:45 a.m. Lunch is 30 minutes long. The students then have a restroom break for 5 minutes before going to ancillary for 50 minutes. What time does Miss Marshall pick her kids back up? So I've got to be able to solve to find out what time I pick you guys back up. Well, let's do what is always the best, the easiest, and the most fun. Because I'm not going to use a clock. Because if I have I'm not always going to have one, right? So let's start using some other tools. What's one of our other favorite tools that we love to use? A number line, right? So let me make a beautiful number line. We love a good number line. So I've got my number line made. What time is lunch again? Let's refresh. Where can I start? Where do I know I have to start my number line? I've got to start it at 11:45. So let's start my number line at 11:45. That's my start time. That's when I'm starting my number line. So I have 11:45. Is it AM or PM? Can't forget that. It is AM. All right. So I have 11:45. Excuse me. 11:45 a.m. All right. So what do I know? I know lunch is 30 minutes, restroom break for 5, and ancillary is for 50 minutes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and add that 30 minutes in. Ooh. But I don't know if I want to add 30 minutes in because then I've got to change some stuff. Let's make it easy. Let's make it simple. Can I break down 30 minutes into something a little bit more friendly for us? Because remember, how many minutes are in an hour? Can I break it down into 15? Let's break it down to 15 minutes. Make my life a little simpler. So, at 11:45, let's jump 15 minutes. Boop, jumping 15. What time would it be if I jumped 15 minutes? It would be 12 o'clock noon, right? 12 p.m. So I added the 15 minutes. Let's add 15 more minutes. So I can get that full 30. Let's add 15 more minute time interval. 15 minutes. So now what time is it going to be? 12:15. So what time is lunch in for you guys? 12:15. However, that's not what I need to know. I got to figure out at the end when I pick you guys up. So then we have our restroom break for 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and add those 5 little baby minutes. I'm adding 5 minutes. I've done my 30. I'm doing my 5. So what time is it then? 12:20 p.m. Remember, we're now at p.m. now because it hit noon. We started at a.m., we hit noon, now it's p.m. All right, so now I've got to jump 50 minutes. Oh, 50 is a lot. I don't want to jump 50. Can I make it easier, make it friendlier? Can I jump, maybe, can I decompose this in a little bit friendlier? Let's make it friendlier. Let's go 20, 20, and 10. Those seem a little bit friendlier numbers to me. All right, so let's jump 20 minutes from 12:20. Boop, oops, sorry. Let's jump 20 minutes. If I jump 20 minutes, it's then what, 12:40 p.m.? All right. Check that one off. Let's jump another 20 minutes. 20 minutes. What time is it then? It's then 1 o'clock p.m. Whoops, I forgot my extra 0. Silly me. Because remember, I don't say 12:60. Because if I had 20 minutes to 40, I don't say 12:60. Because there's only 60 minutes in an hour. We go to my new hour of 1 p.m. All right. Then I only have to add my 10 more minutes. So I add 10 more minutes. So I'm going to add 10 more minutes. What time is it then? It's in 1:10 p.m. So what time do I pick you guys up from ancillary? 1:10 p.m. See? So using a number line kind of helps it break it down a little bit to where I'm like, oh, well, if I added all my minutes together, 30 plus 5 is 35, and 35 plus 50 is 85. I don't know how to add 85 minutes to 11:45. That's hard. Break it down to a number line. Make it simple, friendly numbers that we know how to work with, and it'll make it go by a lot easier. All right, so let's do one more problem and see if we can get through this. All right, as I erase. Whoop, erase. All right, let's go to my other problem. There we go. All right, let's go to Robin. So let's see. It says, on Saturday, Robin began her chores at 11:18 a.m. She took 20 minutes to wash the dishes, 17 minutes to sweep the floor, and 39 minutes to fold clothes. What time did Robin complete her chores? This seems simple enough, so let's make our number line. We always make a number line. Let's make our number line. Remember, we start on this side of my number line. What are we going to start with? Do I just put 0? Like, what do I put here? Well, I know the start time, so my start time was what? 11:18 a.m. So let's put 11:18 a.m. Ooh, I wrote that kind of big. Hopefully that doesn't ruin it in the meantime. But like I said, we know we have to start at 11:18 a.m. What could I do first? I could add the 20 minutes to see if she washed the dishes. So let's do that. Start small. Let's add 20 minutes to it. Boop. Let's add 20 minutes. Gotta get my pen back. There we go. 20 minutes. All right, I added my 20 minutes. What time is it then? It's then, come on, pen. There we go. 11:38 a.m. Check. Done my 20 minutes. All right, now what? Now I can add 17 minutes. But let's break it down a little bit. Let's make it a little bit easier. Can I break 17 down to where it's a little bit easier? Let's break 17 down into 10 and 7. All right, so let's go ahead and add those 10 minutes. If I add 10 minutes to 11:38, what time is it then? It's then 11:48 a.m. All right. Let's then add those 7 minutes. Add those little 7 minutes. So I need 48 plus 7. What is that going to be? That's then going to be 11:55 a.m. Boop. It's a.m. written real small. All right, so I've done my 17 minutes, I've done my 20 minutes, and then finally I end with 39 minutes of folding clothes. But I don't want to add 39. That's going to make my life like super duper hard. Let's decompose 39 into something way more friendly. Let's look here. How many more minutes do I need to add to get to my next hour, to get to noon, to get to 12 p.m.? How many more minutes do I need to add? I need to add 5, right? So let's break this down into 5. And then how many more minutes would I have left? Let's decompose it. I'd have 34, right? So let's make it easy, make it simple. Let's add 5 minutes. 5 minutes. It would then be, remember what time? 12 o'clock noon. So remember, 12 o'clock, it changes now to p.m. Bam, I added those 5 minutes. Now, all I got to do is add 34 more minutes to 12 o'clock. That is real simple, real easy peasy. What is 12 o'clock noon plus 34 more minutes? It is then 12:34 p.m. See how breaking it down and decomposing our numbers and using a number line kind of makes it a little bit easier as we work through? That's what I want you guys to do when you solve these problems. Make a number line. Your start time always goes on the left-hand side, and we're just counting ahead just like any other number line we use. All right, so on your following problems you have to do by yourself, I want you to get out a piece of paper, get out a whiteboard, make a number line, and start it like I did. All right, it'll give you the start time, it'll give you some minutes, and I want you to decompose those numbers, make them friendly. Remember, there's 60 minutes in an hour. I don't say 11:60. I say 12 o'clock, noon. And remember, when I have a 12 o'clock, it changes. Either 12 midnight, that's 8 a.m., that is the a.m., or 12 o'clock noon, which starts the p.m. All right? So up next, you're going to have a couple problems for you to solve. I want you to get cracking at it. All right? See you then.